we are at the end of Vampire Diaries. As you can see, the great evil has awoken, and it is about to destroy the town! We've got to stop it! But first, we need to actually reach the crypt of the cemetery. And that's just going to be a nice, peaceful journey through the church. I think it's kind of funny that we have the intense music because it's the end of the world, and now we have the nice, calm church music. Like, hey, don't worry. Take your time. You'll get there eventually. Yeah, don't worry about the evil vampires. I'm sure you'll do great, Elena. Alrighty then. I need to use the spearhead, which I got from outside of the church, on this coffin. I did that earlier. It's the exact same puzzle from earlier. And then we go forward here to the crypt. So we are going to put the black candle into place. And let me move some things around in my inventory. Let's see. I'm going to need the ring at the top of my inventory. So I pick it up, and then I put it back down. I'm going to need the dagger at the top of my inventory. So I pick it up, and I put it back down. I'm going to use the matches here on the candle. And I'm also going to need the vervain. So I'm going to grab the vervain and burn it in the candle. Great, great, great. So now my inventory has the items I need. Basically all I need now is the dagger and the ring. So let's look here at the ground. We need to press the various runes in the order indicated by the spell. So it was this one, then the one on top, and then these three. So 3, 4, 5. And here's the culprit. Mikhail!
Imagine meeting you in a place of death and decay like this, Elena. But I'm really very impressed by you. I never guessed you would make it this far. But I am afraid that the spell ingredients and the ring will do you no good. You're too late, Elena. I am too strong for you to defeat, even with Stefan's help. But before you help me complete my quest, surely you have some questions.
I have lots of questions. Questions for you, you foul villain!
Why are you doing this, Mikhail?
Why? Because I never died, Elena. And I never intended. My own mother made me what I am so that she would never experience the pain of losing her only child. But after centuries, when at last I fell in love with a woman worthy of being my mate for all time, she tried to destroy me. She killed the woman I loved. But she was not strong enough for me, so I killed her.
So that's his tragic backstory. It sounds like he went mad after killing his own mother.
What about Caroline, Mikhail? She has to know what you are. She'll bring help and they'll stop you.
Oh yes, Caroline would know what I am. Much more than that, Elena. You see, Caroline was becoming a vampire too. She found that allowing me to feed on her blood from time to time was a small price to pay for eternal youth and beauty. But I'm afraid I got a bit carried away tonight and used her strength entirely. They'll find her body in the art gallery in the morning.
He killed Caroline? Oh my gosh! Caroline was a terrible person, but she didn't deserve to be murdered. And the idea of Caroline becoming a vampire is pretty cool. That could be its own video game, if they ever made a sequel to this one. But I don't understand, Mikhail. What about my sister?
I still don't understand, Mikhail. Why did you attack Margaret?
children are filled with the full potential for life, Elena. They are not soured by its disappointments or made bitter by the anger of living. They are truly the vintage of life. And your sister, she was the sweetest of all. I'm sure that you will be pleasantly reminiscent of that taste.
Gross! Stay away!
And now, with your blood, drawn by the brass of the... I will at last have the ultimate power. Nothing will ever dare threaten me again. No human or vampire will ever be able to stand against me. And the world will be mine. For the taking.
But that's when Stefan shows up! And Stefan immediately gets his butt handed to him. Jeez. Okay, so we want to use the dagger on the flame, and then the ring on the pillar. That defeats Mikhail. Actually blows up the entire area.
I love you. I miss Stefan.
Elena, I couldn't let you be here all alone. I'm sorry I left your sister unprotected. I couldn't stay away. I gave up hope of ever finding someone centuries ago. And I met you. I didn't think we'd make it through this night, but I had to take a chance. I couldn't risk losing you.
Oh, Stefan, you saved my life. I thought you were dead, and you're not dead. It's amazing.
Oh, Stefan. I thought I'd lost you. I thought he killed you.
Mikhail couldn't kill me, Elena. Not in the way you mean. You have to remember, I haven't been alive in the time that you've known me. But I let you down. I'm not worthy of your trust. I understand if you hate me. Look, I'm just gonna leave and I'm never gonna come back, okay? I'm sorry.
No, Stefan, you can't go away. No, don't go away. We do have two options here. There are two different endings. First, I'll show the good ending, where Stefan stays. Obviously, that's the good ending, where Elena and Stefan fall in love and get married and all sorts of things. And then I'll show the bad ending, where she's like, yeah, you know what? I don't really like you that much, Stefan. You should just go away.
Don't you see, Stefan? If you hadn't distracted Mikhail, made him step into the circle, he would have killed me. He'd have his ultimate power by now. Everything good, everything innocent would have been lost, and you'd be running forever.
No. Not forever. Mikhail would have caught me eventually, but I wouldn't have cared. Not if he'd already destroyed you. There's so much like...
Like who, Stefan? You're not making any sense.
Like the angels on the cathedral when I was a little boy. I used to stare at the faces of the stone angels for hours. And I promised myself that one day I'd marry one. So fragile and beautiful. But now I'm lost to them. To any real girl. I'm a prisoner of the night. I'm a monster.
I don't believe that. Not for a second, Stefan. I love you.
I don't believe it. You're not a monster, Stefan. You stayed to help us, to help Margaret. You could have left. Please, Stefan. I want to be with you. Always.
So, she will be with him always as his vampire bride. That is the good ending. Now let me show the bad ending.
couldn't risk losing you.
We made it, Stefan. You won't lose me. I'm so happy.
Considering the way things are, I have no right to ask. I mean, I'll understand if you say no. After all, I broke my promise. I left Margaret unprotected so I could come after you. No one like you should be stuck with someone like me.
Maybe it is better if you go, Stefan. So much has happened and I need to think. Can you understand that? It's not necessarily forever.
I understand. I don't deserve you. You're a brave girl, Elena Gilbert. Fells Church is lucky to have you. I doubt they'll ever appreciate what they've got. Take care of yourself and Margaret. I'll come back if you ever call for me. Goodbye.
And that's it for the Vampire Diaries, made by Her Interactive in 1996. Wow! It's definitely something. It's not as good as the Nancy Drew games that they made, but you know, it's not bad for a first attempt at the big grand adventure game. Yeah, apparently back then Her Interactive just got the licenses to several book series. So they got the Vampire Diaries series, obviously, and the Nancy Drew series. I heard they also got the rights to the Sweet Valley High series. Imagine if they made made games based on the Sweet Valley High series. That could have been amazing. Yeah. Now, they did a good job with this. This is not bad for a first game, but it does have some problems. Like Damon sort of disappeared halfway through the story. What was the point of Damon? And then, you know, there was the whole boarding house area, which you only visit once and is not important to the game. Maybe they were originally going to have a lot more in that area, but they just didn't get the time to do it. There are a couple of times I played the game in this walkthrough, and the game just crashed whenever I went to the map. I went to the map, and the game crashed. It wasn't obvious, but some of the scenes were skipped. So right after you get the brass-off dagger, you're supposed to have this big talk with Mr. Richards. And for whatever reason, the game just skipped that. I don't know why. And you'll notice after I got some items, I was still able to talk to the various characters about how to get those items. So those conversations should have been turned off, but they weren't. It was still interesting. I like the animation. I really like seeing these various characters. I mean, we got to see them just act out. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder why they had Mikhail, because Mikhail's not in the books. He's just unique to the game. They cut out some of the characters, like the teacher, and then the teacher's substitute, who becomes Merida's boyfriend, who's actually a vampire hunter himself. I think that's the plot twist at the end of book number 2 in the trilogy. Yeah, but he's totally not in this whatsoever. Let's see. Yeah, because they got rid of Damon, they kind of cut out the love triangle between Damon and Stefan, which is one of the big motivations of the trilogy. Because Damon keeps feeding on Elena, and because she's basically having the two vampires feed on her on alternating nights, she gets killed at the end of book 2 and becomes a vampire herself because she has so much vampire blood in her. And that was that was pretty cool. Obviously, none of that is in this game. And then there's a different villain, like the villain at the end of book 3 is Catherine. So she would have been the person who made both Stefan and Damon into vampires centuries ago. Okay, so I'm just babbling on at this point, but oh boy, wow. Yeah, I kind of wish that Her Interactive would, like, update and re-release this game. By update, I mean just fix some of the rough areas, get rid of the glitches so the game doesn't crash, make it so the game runs on modern computers. That would be nice. Yeah, and then they could re-release it. I think that they might be able to do that. The game is not in HD though. It's a small game, 640 by 480. So I'm not sure they would release the game now. It's just the screen might be too small, and it's also they might not have the copyright anymore for Vampire Diaries. I love this. No vampires were injured or killed during the making of this game. You should say that no vampires were created during the making of this game, too. I really hope there weren't any vampires who were created. Alright, so that's the end of the credits. I'm Arglefump. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little video walkthrough. If you want to check out my other walkthroughs, I've played the other Her Interactive games, all the Nancy Drew games. Mackenzie and Company is another game they made before the Nancy Drew series. I've also done book reviews for the Vampire Diaries series on my other YouTube channel, Arglefump Reads, so you can check those out as well. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you liked this video walkthrough. Have a nice rest of your day, and look out for vampires.